Anyway, how are you today?
I'm well. I'm very excited to play here at the Union Chapel. It's a gorgeous venue.
Yeah, you've been touring the UK, I think.
Yeah, we went across the US, and then we did some touring in Germany, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. And now we are in England, and it's been great. We've had lots of fun gigs so far. We've got a few more coming up, and we'll go to Scotland and then back across Canada.
Okay. Any anecdotes yet?
Oh, endless small ones, but
can I get one?
God, you know, it's funny. As soon as you're put in a position to remember when you can't. So I don't know. They never work out too. It's always inside jokes. You know, you're in the van day in day out with the same people.
Yeah. And
you get these inside jokes that when you try and explain them, you know, to anyone else, they just don't make any sense. They're not very funny. So
it's okay. So yeah, because basically I saw you at Glastonbury.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, that's how I got to know you.
Very cool.
I think I just caught Robots.
Oh
that
yeah,
was the last one.
Was it at the John Peel stage?
Yeah.
And
yeah, so yeah, how was that for you? Because Glastonbury, obviously.
Yeah, no, it was incredible. It was a really fantastic experience, and we got the weather too. It was nice and hot, so that was cool. You know, I'd heard all these nightmare stories about being soaked for 4 straight days, but it was amazing. We got to play the John Peel stage, which you know, clearly is a legendary stage, to be honest. So that was really neat, and you know, in general, it was just it was a real kind of milestone in the career. I think, especially back in Canada, people regard that festival quite highly. So to kind of be able to say, "Oh, we went over into Glastonbury," it's quite helpful.
And then obviously you played at Canada Day.
Yeah, we did the Trafalgar Square thing, which was really neat, and it was crazy. You know, it's kind of everything's red and maple leaves and Canadian. You know, and then you go to buy like a thing of poutine and you go love, you know, it's a very British Canadian thing, but it was great. It was a lot of fun, and the crowd was excellent. You know,
so was the response good? Is that why you're back, or you?
Yeah, no. I mean, the plan. Generally, we try and come here about twice a year. So
okay.
I'd been over a number of times before Glastonbury. So.
Because your album, nice, very nice.
It's just coming out next month, actually.
But it's been out for a while in Canada and in the States, I think.
Yeah, it came out in Canada about just over a year ago. So it's kind of been simmering a little bit, you know, and floating around. So it's really exciting to finally get it out here in the UK and in Europe as well. But it's just amazing how it takes that long, you know, to get the wheels turning in the appropriate places and everything. So it's been a long time in the making, but we're going to start working on the next record as well before too long, and really looking forward to getting that out as well.
Cool. Are there going to be any singles in the UK, or is it just going to be the album?
I think they're just going to release the album, and you know, they'll be pushing songs to radio, I think, as well. But we're not doing any 7 inches or anything like that, as far as I know. So. Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe next time around we probably would do something like that.
Well, I love the album.
Thank you so much.
So I have a few questions about that.
Sure.
So firstly, who's the robot?
Oh, it's everything. I think you know it's technology. It's also just the people that you know that kind of operate purely out of reaction to the world around them, but they don't actually fuel anything. You know, they're kind of just responders to things. And you know, I think that I've met human beings who are so viciously guarded that they kind of refuse to show their human parts, which makes them seem, to me, a little bit robotic.
So is there a theme around the album?
Well, I think so. I mean, the poem that it was named after, the 53rd Calypso in Kurt Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle, has the phrase "nice, nice, very nice," and that phrase caught me when I was about 16 and was in my head ever since. And so I you know, my love of Kurt Vonnegut's work has you know, I've talked about that a lot, but I think he just had an incredible way of taking the piss out of humanity in a very loving way, you know, and kind of jerking people, and I don't know, he just had a way of kind of showing us the silliness and kind of the absurdity in our day to day, but the whole time he doesn't seem like he's being a jerk. He's not just you know, kind of crapping on everything. He's being very thoughtful and intelligent about how he does it.
Is that why you have fun with your videos? Because obviously Robots is hilarious.
You know, it's very silly. I mean, the song is kind of silly. We really went overboard. We just tried to be as silly as possible with the video, and I like it. I think it worked out nicely. But yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of people who take themselves very, very seriously, and I try to not do that. I mean, it's not to say that I don't have very serious sides of me, and I think that some of my music is quite dramatic. But you know, I try to kind of find the humor in life as well, because I think if you just focus on all the hard things that are happening in this world, then you kind of, you know, you just get down all the time.
Yeah, there's definitely two parts to the album, where one part is very, very uplifting, and then the other can be quite dark. Like,
and I think that that's life, you know. I
Yeah.
think that that's, you know, if you didn't remember how crappy your low days were, you wouldn't appreciate it when you're having a great time, you know.
True.
So I think it's, you know, having a strong memory is about the healthiest thing for humanity. I think that's the deal, yeah.
And Road to Regrets, the video won an award, I think.
It won some awards in Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
It was made by an animation company called Blatant Films, and just wonderful guys, and they really put their heart and soul into it, and I think it shows in the video. Again, it's a very cute video, you know.
Yeah.
It's not very serious.
Is it important to you that your videos, because they're all quite catchy?
It's just important to me that the videos are, you know, artistically interesting. So I think that, you know, it's likely that I would have some more serious videos in my future as well. That you know, I don't have a mandate for silly or not silly or anything like that.
My personal favorite on the album is Sold.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to play that then.
I will. Do you have any personal favorites, or do you get tired?
You know, I appreciate certain different songs differently on the album. Sometimes I get tired of playing some, but I really enjoy others. One that always comes back to me, I think, is Basket, a song called Basket. That, you know, the lyrics are very close to me and very, you know, written directly in response to my grandfather passing away. So it was all kind of in my brain, and so, you know, it's a very personal song in that respect. Yeah.
What's it about then?
It's just about holding on to the memories that make you who you are. You know, I think you're just all you are is a collection of stories and experiences and memories. And so as soon as you start to lose those memories, you kind of losing pieces of yourself. And it's just about kind of staying active and engaged in the world and not shutting off and getting tired and old. You know.
Yeah. So what inspires you when you're writing? Because obviously you've been touring a lot, and
yeah, you know, I mean, that's a really open-ended question. I mean, everything, like you know, life, people, conversations. Movies.
Do you write about everything then?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I can't really write about is like love and devotion. It's never really been my strong point. So I tend to kind of just be quippy and kind of pokey at the world. And you know, I think that we're absurd beings and we're doing all kinds of silly things to each other. So I just try and kind of poke fun at that.
Yeah. What's the plan for the rest of the year for you?
Touring. Touring. Yeah, we've just been on the road since August, and we're going to be on the road until November, and then we have a couple weeks off, and then we go back on tour. And then December we'll start recording the next record, and in January we go to Australia. February, March we'll finish the record, and then back on tour.
How smart! When it's summer over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, timing worked out very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that was purposeful. Just when it's the rainiest and coldest in Vancouver, when we go to Australia.
And you're lucky because it's been beautiful in the UK today.
Yeah.
I mean, London's been nice.
Yeah. No, it's been great.
Do you have any road regrets?
Mostly my road regrets are about not planning well enough, or not eating well enough, or not taking care of myself and stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty tame on the road. I'm not, you know, a vicious, adventurous person out there. I don't party too hard or anything like that. So generally, my regrets are always about kind of letting my kind of well-being deteriorate or something. I'm just getting tired or not, you know, not giving myself time to relax and rest and just being exhausted all the time.
Yeah, that's not going to happen for a while now, is it?
Busy.